Hello, my lovely human beings, and welcome to a new video. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Lex, and today we're going to be visiting 15 different really amazing ideas for your resident services. If you're having trouble decorating around your resident services, or you just want to see what other people have done, you're in the right place. I'm so excited to get started because we have such an amazing lineup today, I swear. So first, we have this lovely kind of tropical festival vibe going on. I mean, I love the confetti machines right in front here. Waking up to that was amazing. I do visit via Dream. So I love the fun vibes here, and I like that it's at night so you can see all of the glowing items. I didn't even realize that the festival, like, I don't know, the garlands, I guess is what they're called. I didn't even know that those lit up until I visited this island. I apparently wasn't paying attention. But how beautiful is all of this, all of the lighting features? We've also got a lot of terraforming, especially behind resident services, and a lot of trees in front to make it feel just so closed in and beautiful. This view is just astounding. I love this island. This next resident services kind of felt like it was tucked into like a glade in a forest kind of vibe. I know that once again we have some terraforming all around, and I will be showing several different themes in this video. You'll get to see all sorts of styles for decorating, but I really loved this one. I felt like it kind of vibed with my tendency to use a lot of waterscaping and a lot of natural sort of terraforming. I also really love that there were a lot of buildings nearby. I mean, we've got the villager house here and on the cliff, and then just behind resident services you can see Able Sisters. I just think that's, you know, super convenient, especially for visitors coming to shop. It's just really nice, since typically also your resident services is going to be fairly close to your entrance. All of the colors here vibed really well, I thought, and I love the custom pathing that the creator used. It just all came together really nicely. I especially loved this villager's house. I think the house exterior is beautiful. I didn't check whose it was, but 12 out of 10, super nice. And then there was a little pumpkin patch. I like the care that was taken to make sure that all the pumpkins were the same color. I think the green looks really great in this area, and yeah, I just thought everything was super well done. Up next was an island that I follow religiously on Instagram. I think the style here just meshes so well with my own. I love the decor. I really like how many white cosmos are around. I feel like they're one of my favorite flowers, and they just look great all spread out around here. They also look really good clumped together in groups, which you can't say for things like pansies, I feel like. I always need to separate them. But also, I mean, look at how this is decorated. It's flat behind resident services with a precious little movie theater. It's so cute. Just a little private viewing area. And look at those Polaroids on the ground. That is so cute. So precious. I also liked this bridge right here. It's such a beautiful view. I mean, the waterscaping here is incredible. I tried not to go too far away from resident services itself, but I mean, even right here around the edges, you can see just how stunning everything is terraformed. I also really vibed with the green-themed custom designs. I thought everything just was super cohesive. It all looked super cozy. This island had a super unique take on resident services. You can see these custom designs, which I'm obsessed with. These panels are amazing. But this creator put a tree house right behind their resident services, and it connects to other things. As you can see, we've got like a little bridge here you can hop across, and that takes you to the entrance where there are like little hobbit row houses. Let's go Lord of the Rings. But yeah, this treehouse was absolutely stunning. I mean, I was just taken aback. I love that the creator used the in-game wood path and then just layered things on top of it. And it looks super broken up, so it feels like a natural little trail going through. But yeah, the fake building method is done so well here. We've also got a bridge that leads to Tasha's house. I recognize it from Lorien. But all the terraforming here is fantastic, and I just thought that this treehouse was decorated in a really convincing and realistic way. It feels like a treehouse. I like to think I'd know it was one, like even if I hadn't known going in. It just looks amazing. Obviously, Wart Jr. also appreciates it, so... Using the log extra long sofa here was also very clever. I think everything about this treehouse build is just clever and unique, and I adore it. Also, look at Luna with her umbrella. I mentioned this in another 15 ideas video. I think she's so cute. Moving on, I changed because I left myself a wand on the dream address for Lost Falls. May she rest in peace. So this is how I decorated my resident services area. I kind of bordered it with a ton of trees, and then I did use symmetry a bit in my builds. You'll see that on either side I do have this waterscaping with a little tree island coming out, and I think that looks just super cute, especially with the waterfall. Makes it super dynamic. So yeah, I like how my resident services turned out. And then right behind it, I do have some terraforming. I put some fencing so that it would look kind of professional as it goes. I think it's cute, especially in the autumn, which is its peak season. I just think it looks great. To the left, like immediately I put my campsite. So, you know, tip there is to put buildings near your resident services. We've seen this on another island already. It can really take up the space if you're feeling like you have an awkward amount of open space. It can be super helpful. I also decided to run through this area since you can see it from resident services. Look at Cat go. So here is the bridge that's visible when you wake up in my dream address. That's how you get to it, and it just kind of leads to some sunken waterfalls and stuff, but yeah, it serves as kind of like a barrier between resident services and the rest of the island. I thought you all would appreciate this resident services as it's super close to the entrance, but there's still so much terraforming going on here. I know it can be difficult to fit in terraforming that you really like when your resident services is so close to the airport. It limits how much like cliff you can incorporate, but this island was fantastic. The creator did it so well, and all the decor is super cohesive and foresty. Also, Coco, super foresty villager. I love it. But this had like cottage core vibes for me, and right beside into the back of resident services, you can see there was a trail leading away, which I thought was very aesthetic. I didn't go beyond that because I felt like I would be going out of resident services territory. But yeah, you can take a look at how the creator managed to fit in all of this fantastic terraforming. I happened to visit another very cottagecore-esque foresty island next, and I really love the pops of color here. The blue hyacinths are just gorgeous. I think they're one of my favorite flowers in the game. But I thought this was great how on one side there are trees lining at like an even like spacing, and then on the other side it's kind of open. You can go to Able Sisters. There's also like a little coffee shop slash cafe to the side, which was super pretty and well done. I really admire people who are able to incorporate a ton of furniture around their resident services, because I feel like I rely mostly on plants and cliffs. Maybe I should branch out, but this just looks so good. And also immediately to the right we have an orchard, which was beautiful, and then right behind was this gorgeous sunken waterfall area with the two villager houses. I thought that was just fantastic. I mean, this is so beautiful. This definitely fits my vibe. I would love to incorporate so much terraforming right behind. I I revisited the island of Port Fairy and found that the surroundings were very structured and organized, which I really loved. And also, the red vibes in this area were perfect. If you go to the right, you can see the villager houses, which have been featured in a previous video, and there's Nook's Cranny, and just behind resident services was so cool. We've got like this pier going into, I don't know if this would be a lake or a pond or the end of a river, but everything was great. Also, the thinking statue, oh my gosh, I think it's called the familiar statue, but the thinking man, hilarious, balanced on the cliff columns. I also really love the red vibes here at this bench. The colors were all mixed super well, and I don't know, it just felt super cozy and towny to me, which I absolutely loved. The creativity in this community never fails to astound me. This resident services is fashioned to be a sort of train station. So here you can see a park clock and benches. It's like a seating area. Love those custom panels. And if you circle around to the back of resident services, there's a train. It's a little railroad. I just thought this was so cute. I also love the symmetry with the diagonal bridges there. And then, of course, no station would be complete without a little snack area, a little lounge. I just thought that was super well arranged too, and there was also a post office just to the left of resident services, which I felt like was fitting since it does also serve as like a rail station. There was some equally beautiful terraforming just to the right, a little duck pond kind of vibe, which I loved. I thought it was a really nice addition to this kind of city island we're on, the playground and everything. It just made it feel super realistic, I think. While I was here, I decided to check out what was up on, like up above the incline, just because it was, you know, right there at the train station, and it was the museum. So I love how the creator was able to incorporate it so close to the entrance. I feel like I can never do that. My museum is always so far away, just shoved so far away from everything. I found another family-friendly city vibe on this island. I thought the fountain was just really well placed. It goes up like right in the middle of resident services, which is super picturesque. I can't imagine how gorgeous it is at the top of the hour. I walked around and it seemed like there was a developing market on this side, which I thought was really cool. I love the mix of custom designs all through here. The customs are so good. And once again, like I said, I really admire people who are able to incorporate so much furniture. I mean, this must have taken so long to place, and everything looks just fantastic together. And we once again have some symmetrical inclines right behind resident services. Up these stairs you get a fountain and some, evenly placed villager houses, which I thought was super cute. They have their own little areas. Just a lovely island overall. I loved it here. I got a lovely burst of color on this next island. I loved all the pink, and I thought the yellow was a nice complement. I'm getting spring core vibes, especially with the custom designs that are being used here. And look at Ellie. We love to see a happy villager just strolling around such a peaceful, calming island. I really appreciate the alternating flowers and country fencing right at resident services. You already know I love to do that with shrubs. And look at all of these just super calm, beautiful pathways around. I mean, it's just so cool how the creator has managed to mix different pathing vibes, and it still looks super cohesive and well put together. If I had to use one word to describe this island, I think I'd go with picturesque. It's just so gorgeous. I feel like I'm walking through a little village, and it's so beautiful. You can also see there's terraforming immediately behind resident services. I just think that's convenient because you can't see immediately behind, so it's kind of difficult to place, locations like cafes and stuff, although some people in this video have done it successfully. I also loved the flag here. I thought it really fit with the colors, the color palette of this island in general. And I noticed this incline, so I went up, and I thought it was so cute. You've got like a little land bridge right beside resident services, so you can go and actually sit on this bench with the little book. Very cute, very cute. This creator, like me, also used this area as a sort of like barrier between resident services and the rest of the island, so, you know, it's a vibe, it's a vibe. I also thought that seating area was very nice. I'm a big fan of islands like this that have kind of a mix of cottagecore and cluttercore vibes, and also I realized on this island that if you throw the beans from the bean tossing kit on a weed, it'll like bounce. And I did that so many times, I swear, like I just had to cut out of the video, but I just thought that was cute. This creator left a ton of gifts to the right of resident services, so if you want to go and have a little photo shoot, there are outfits to choose from, and this bean tossing kit that I'm obsessed with currently. I wish you could just carry things from dream to dream, because now I want to have a bean tossing kit everywhere I go. But yeah, I thought this was super well put together and foresty. The like cliffs right behind resident services here done in a fashion where it feels so natural and it just feels very mountainous, I guess, which I really loved. This I was astounded by. It's like a little bus stop. They use the antique clocks and the floating blocks to kind of make a sort of awning, you know, like the little stands you have at a bus stop to keep you from getting rain on you. I thought that was so creative, so creative. Just so well done. I also love the color palette here, the very strong earthy tones, browns and greens, and this view had me shook. Just soak it in. Amazing. And immediately to the left we have this tiny suspension bridge, which I just thought was precious. The following resident services had a very grand entrance with 3 lined up stone arches, which I really appreciated. I also love the alternating path and this little picnic area. It's like a little camping spot. I thought it was so cute. I love the 2 coffee cups on the blanket. All of this was just so cute, so photogenic. I thought it was very beautiful. It's like a bamboo forest. I appreciated the stunted bamboo tree. I also noticed the use of some unique furniture here, like the green frozen tree. It was so cool. Like, I've never seen that used, I don't think, in a build. Once again, I was just staring at the alternating path because it's just so cleverly done. I explored a bit and found my way to the bridge that borders resident services, and how cool is this? I mean, how cool is this view? The garlands make it so dramatic and cool, and you can see how close resident services is here to the river mouth. I've never seen resident services that close to one of the river mouths before. I'd be really curious to see like what the original map looked like. Just amazing, super cool. I thought it was kind of cool that on this island we have like another rendition of the movie theater immediately behind resident services. I loved the terraforming here. It was just very natural, the way the waterfalls curved, and it was symmetrical, I think. On either side it was even, and that's just super pretty. Also, the spiky fencing, I'm a big fan. I love using it on Antilia. I didn't even know how to characterize this island, but I loved the colors, and the view was just, I mean, you can see it for yourself. It's gorgeous. This was also very unique to me, the little like villager house area raised on cliffs, like just in front of resident services. I haven't seen that done previously, I don't think, but it just looks so good. I adore. It also kind of makes sense since resident services is supposed to be a community center. I enjoyed walking through, and I also noticed that there was a pathway to the right of resident services where I did not pick up the gifts like I usually do, but look at this little view, this like scenic area. What a great little trail. I love. When I tell you I was obsessed with the pathing on this next island, it's an understatement. I thought that this custom path was so beautiful. And I really liked the vibe of this island. I was trying to guess at the theme, and the island is called Cottage, so I was like, okay, so cottage core is probably a fair bet, but it kind of gives me like very intricate storyline vibes, you know? Like, it feels like a little village that's slowly carving its way into the forest that takes over the island, because everything is so closed in, surrounded with trees and shrubbery and flowers, and it just all felt so cool. I love this little study space where you can see the museum, and it's immediately behind resident services, no terraforming, so there's some inspo for you. If you don't really want to board up right behind resident services, if you want to leave it open, that's a good bet for you. The mix of furniture here was just so cool. I would not have been able to make all of this work as well as the creator did, and I just really admire that. I really admire when people can put so much together and make it feel like it was meant to be. Also, the flower arrangement in front of Nook's Cranny, back up a bit because you need to look at it, it's so cute. And that, lovely viewers, was 15 beautiful examples of how people have decorated around their resident services. I know that can be a tricky area, it certainly is for me, so I hope that you found all of these locations inspiring. Be sure to check out the creators via the links in the descriptions, and if you want to visit the dreams yourself, I have put them in the description when the creator said it was okay. So have fun dreaming these incredible islands, and thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and here is Peaches to tell you all goodbye for now.
I love you guys so much, and also I really liked all these islands, and I hope you did too. Bye!